My name is David Harrison Greis, and this is the Greis Report. I have a little bit of a breaking news item tonight to begin with. As you know, that I've been talking a lot about on this show, we have a concentration camp here in New York City at 26 Federal Plaza. ICE has been denying this up and down, Department of Homeland Security denying it up and down. However, today we had a little bit of a victory. So a U.S. District Judge by the name of Judge Kaplan issued a ruling that was basically a temporary injunction and restraining order on anybody being held at 26 Federal Plaza. The sheer fact that a judge felt it necessary to put in place a temporary restraining order tells me that there was enough cause to show proof that there was something going on that shouldn't be going on there. We believe what we see, we believe what we hear, and we believe the news that we read regarding this concentration camp that's been going on there, and there's plenty of evidence. So I'll be putting that article in the description, so please review it. If you like what you're hearing so far tonight, please remember to like, subscribe, and down here we have an email address, thegreisreport@gmail.com. That's thegreisreport@gmail.com. This will be for any leads, story requests, any tips, any kind of interaction that you want to have with us. We're always happy to interact with our viewership. So let's dive into the real meat and potatoes of tonight's show. So this article actually comes from the New Republic and the Washington Post. I cross-referenced the articles because this is big. So Donald Trump, as we know, the Mad King Donald Trump, in his ever growing quest to take over all of America, he's going to be creating what he calls a domestic civil disturbance quick reaction force. It's a mouthful. Sounds like a bad 1990s claymation, tie-in to one of those famous toy lines, but it's a real thing and it's dangerous. So if this is approved by 2027, there will be at least 600 National Guardsmen specially trained on duty at all times in at least 2 different locations, and to be able to be deployed anywhere in the country for civil unrest. Let's unpack what civil unrest means. Civil unrest just means protest. It's another way of saying protest. When the law enforcement agencies want to shut down a protest, they call it a civil disturbance or civil unrest. This is going to be very dangerous for America because we have the right to protest. We have the right to assemble. We have these unassailable rights that should be something that the government is going to abide by, but they don't. This current administration isn't really a government. They are a totalitarian fascist dictatorship hell-bent on destroying America. And that's the sad, sorry truth. So we're going to keep our eye on this, and just the sheer fact that they're already planning for 2027 takeovers, they know this is going to be a long fight. And then the last story that I'm going to end on tonight, this comes from KTLA. I've been sourcing them quite a lot lately. Kudos to you at KTLA5. You're all doing an amazing job getting these stories out there. So I'm a special educator, as you know. I also work in behaviorism. I work with children with special needs. So I understand what it's like to come face to face with law enforcement when it comes to interacting with people with special needs. They are not supposed to be doing this. They are not supposed to be near schools. They're not supposed to be doing any kind of, let's say, misleading enforcement tactics. But this is super misleading and super dangerous. A 15-year-old boy with special needs was pulled out of his car. Not his car, it was his grandmother's car, but he was pulled out of the car that he was in while his relative was actually in a different school registering for classes. This child had special needs, 15 years old, was ripped out of the car by ICE agents who originally said, "We are not ICE." They originally said they're not ICE, even though the video clearly shows that they're ICE. He was taken out of the car, handcuffed, and visibly traumatized and shaken up. He was rescued by members of the U.S. LAD school district, so the United LA School District. It was incredible to read about the heroics of these people, and now a lot of them are calling for more restrictions on ICE movements near schools. I'm just going to say this one more time for those in the back who still don't get it, and for all you ICE punks out there trying to rough up kids to get your kicks. Children don't belong in concentration camps. Children don't belong in concentration camps. And I guess for you ICE people, I need to say it a third time. Children don't belong in concentration camps. Get it together and stop. My name is David Harrison Greis. This is the Greis Report. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.